with Irina doing our 2010 Pinup Look. We're going to start today. She's already got a beautiful complexion, nice and moisturized, clean. We're going to start with the Pore Refiner from Sotis. It's actually a complexion perfector. It's a makeup base, makeup primer. We haven't used it yet in any of our previous editorials. So mostly because it's a matte look, and all the other looks that we've been doing are more fresh, spring. This is more of a matte, it is a matte pinup look. So I'm just going to take a little bit and put it on my hand. How are you, Irina?
Great.
With this particular product, you don't need to use a lot. Basically, like we talked about in our last video, doing actually a couple videos before, doing a primer. We did a primer on the lid. This is a primer for the face. So like if you're going to paint a wall, you always want to prime it first. Just to get even coverage. And really, this will fill in any fine lines, which Irina doesn't have, lucky girl. But big pores, and again, just to mattify the whole complexion as a whole. And hole and hole and hole. It's okay. Alright, so now that we've put on the complexion perfector, just to mattify the skin and prime it, we're going to start with foundation. Again, foundation with a foundation brush to get a nice even sheer coverage. And I'm going to use the back of my hand as a palette to apply from my hand to her face with the foundation brush. And this is where the magic happens. And chin up. So just applying light feather strokes with the brush, starting at the most red or troubled areas, as I like to say, especially around the nose. I've put concealer around the nose on a 2-year-old before for makeup. It's just, that's just the way the human body is. We're born with imperfections. Not everyone's perfect, but with the right makeup and the right makeup artist, we can make all of that a mere legend. I'm just going to turn my model a little bit here, just so I can do the other side and get the right lighting. And we'll go in after with a concealer around the nose area and under the eyes, and any skin imperfections, if there are any, that's the best time to do concealer. So general rule, again, I always use foundation first and concealer after, because concealer is a thicker coverage and you want to put it over top of the foundation, because if you put it on first and then use your foundation brush, you'll smear away all the concealer. So really, we're just evening the skin tone first, and we'll conceal after. So there we have the foundation. So we'll move along right into the concealer, doing the eye area, and again, any skin imperfections or around the nose. So now we've completed the foundation, we're going to go ahead with the concealer around the eye area. Again, I'm going to use the Ben Nye foundation in Claire. It's a matte foundation. You can use it around the eye area or anywhere on the skin. It's a beautiful, beautiful coverage, especially for photo shoots or anything for video, editorial, perfect. All right, so Just get my model perfect. She knows to look up to under the eye area. And as we talked about before, we always do the inner corner of the eye. Very, very important due to that being the darkest part of the eye. And just close. And I like to bring it up onto the upper part of the lid as a nice base for any eyeshadow application. Just look up. And again, I like to bring the concealer right up to the lash line, inner corner of the eye, as well as right into the orbital bone, just to blend it out a little bit and create a nice highlighted, awake, very well slept look. Even if you haven't, that's what makeup is brilliant for, is to cover up all of life's imperfections. And just a little bit around the nose area where it's a little bit red. And look up. Just smooth away under eye, and we are looking pretty good there. So there we have the concealer finished, as well as the foundation. I'm just going to do a little right there. Just a little coverage. And there we are. So now we've got the completed foundation and concealer. We're going to go ahead and use powder. I'm going to use the ID Bare Mineral powder. It's an SPF 15. It's called Fairly Bare, I believe. And just because we are doing a pin-up look, we want a very matte, 60s clean cinema noir look. So just polish and set everything we've done already. We're gonna just use a little of the mineral over top. I'm just gonna do the top of the eyelid as well. And always when you're using a mineral, bring it from the inside of the frame of the face towards the nose. So always work your way in, buffering. It's kind of like a buffering effect, like you're polishing a rock. That's just a rule with mineral. So there we have her powder finished. And because it's pin-up today, the eyebrows are going to be a very big part of the look. So I'm just going to go ahead with the Sotis. This is actually the brown. I'm going to sculpt around her eyebrow just for a little bit more defined look, and then we'll fill it with the blonde. The eyebrows, when you're doing pin-up, are a big part of the whole look. So once you have the eyebrows, everything else will come into play. So there I've sculpted the basic definition of her natural brow, and I'll go in, chin up, with a lighter color and fill it in. So a little bit more prominent than most of our looks, but again, just to achieve the whole pin-up idea, that's how we do it. That's how we roll in the world of Sheanomi. I'm just going to turn her hair for a minute, just so I can perfect via lighting. There we go. So we have nice sculpted, full sculpted eyebrows. And again, photo op by Smashbox. You've seen me use it in all of our other videos. One of my favorites, if not my ultimate favorite, I always use it on the base of the lid. So a little bit on the top, blend it with your finger. Great eyelid primer, and also great for giving a little bit of highlight for photos. That's why they call it Photo Op. It's the photo opportunity to look young and vibrant. There we are. So now that we have the primer, we've done the eyebrows, I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of blush on her cheek. I'm actually using a Revlon powder blush, Soft Spoken Pink. It's my nickname, just joking. Just brushing the blush brush. We're not going to use any bronzer. I've used it in the past. I say use it fall, winter, all seasons for every day, but because it's Pinup, we're going to go with a nice clean but pop on the cheek blush. So just smile. Smile. So just circular motion right on the apple. And when she smiles, the apple really comes out there. There it is. And be generous with this product. Revlon, it's not my favorite. I don't mind it, but it's kind of nice to play on color. You can't get a lot of pigment like most artist brands, but this is kind of, it's nice, it's soft. And there we have the blush.